bring you other news we're tracking for you this Friday. Young people in Ghana are frustrated, they say, with air pollution from burning waste that affects their lives and, of course, their health. Now, Green Africa Youth Organization takes that energy and turns it into action. It reduces the toxic fumes that come from burning rubbish through a focused and far-reaching approach of waste management, education and innovation. Gayo, as they are known, is one of the 15 finalists in the Earthshot Prize 2024. The finalists are in the running to receive 5 $1 prizes, which will be awarded at the Earthshot Prize Awards in Cape Town. That's happening next Wednesday. Have a look.
Air quality is a very huge problem in Ghana, and it is even bigger problem in the city of Accra. Waste management systems are not properly structured to collect the rubbish that people are creating. So they set it on fire. But there is a world that waste doesn't need to exist, where waste becomes a resource. That's the world that we are trying to take everybody to. My name is Desmond Alugnoa, and I'm going to show you how we are revolutionizing waste management to create cleaner air at Gayo. I grew up in northern Ghana. The air was cleaner. We felt really good. When I first moved to Accra, there was a very big shock. People are burning car tires. People are burning electronic waste. It's a chaotic space, very, very smoky, very thick. It's very dark. People have little to no awareness about how this can cause immediate health problems. Studying at the university, I found myself in the midst of so many other young people that are so pissed off with the problem and they wanted to take action. We are youth-led, we are gender-balanced. The driving energy of young people is the driving energy that runs Gayo even today. We created a model that rests on 3 pillars: waste management, education, and innovation.
Okay, we're ready to go. Empowering local people is the biggest step in ensuring that we promote segregation at source. That reduces open burning, improving air quality, and ensuring that waste is diverted from landfills.
Especially PS
All right, that really just is a snapshot of the kind of work being done by the co-founder of the Green Africa Youth Organization. He's also a nominee for the Earthshot Prize. And Desmond Alugnoa joins us now via our video link. Desmond, it's great to talk to you. Thanks very much indeed for coming on. Good to see some incredible work being done by you and the rest of your team. And I think perhaps, you know, when we talk about people burning waste, I don't think we realize the extent of burning waste and the kind of residue that it leaves in not only the environment nearby, but also the people that are directly in the line of the wind, wherever that smoke sort of blows.
Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity to join you this afternoon. And as you rightly put it, in Ghana, for example, over 28,000 premature deaths are recorded annually as a result of air pollution. And that's just a figure from 2020. If they were to conduct the same survey this year, I have no idea how many people they are going to confirm again. And it's because households are struggling. They don't know what to do with their waste. The inefficiency in waste collection is a daily reality for people. And it's the same. On the city, you see people throwing waste around, you see waste in the drainages, you see even at the dump site, people are burning it to make space, for example. And all that then accumulates as you burn it in every direction, accumulate, and it affects directly the people, especially those that are living around, but also the entire country, because as you know, waste burning, the air is really not democratic. It doesn't stay in one place. It's very democratic. It's spread to everybody. So wherever you are, it will get to you at some point, except that those who are much closer, especially those at the front line, they get it much more.
28,000 premature deaths as a result of air pollution. I mean, that's incredible. And as you say, Desmond, that number is from 2020. It's likely much higher even just 4 or 5 years later. What has been the government in Ghana's approach to try and deal with air pollution?
I mean, there's been
and waste management, I suppose.
Yeah, governments, to be honest, have to struggle a lot, especially because waste management is the responsibility of municipal and district authorities. And as you know, just like many other African countries, countries are run by loans, and a lot of these loans come with so much conditionality. So there is really not enough space to create new jobs, because what is needed is to actually create jobs, enroll on more people that can support in collection. Because why we are having this issue mainly is also because there's no separation of the waste at source. Everything is collected all together.
So no recycling.
Exactly. There's really no opportunity to recycle, even if the recycling companies are there, because the waste is contaminated heavily. We have over 63% of the waste that is coming from organics, but it's mixed with plastics, mixed with electronic waste, mixed with metal and everything. And there's no recycling company that finds that attractive to be able to use it for whatever. It's not efficient, and they do not want to do that. So what is needed is for the government to employ more people to roll out a good collection strategy that they are able to implement separation at source, like what Gaio is doing. But being unable to do that then means that your waste is going to the landfill, and the landfills are also limited. So they keep burning to make space in order to collect more waste.
Yeah, absolutely. So what is the solution that you and the rest of the team at Green Africa Youth have come up with?
So we have what our solution is called the Zero Waste Cities model. So the Zero Waste model is actually a circular approach to managing this waste. We incorporate waste management, private sector waste management organizations, waste pickers, the informal sector especially. So we have massive numbers of informal waste pickers who are on the dump side, who are in the community picking waste for a living. And what we do is that there was distinct operational mechanisms for these people and the government. They didn't really work together. So what we do is to integrate those people into government waste management mechanisms, and then bring on board the private sector operatives, especially recycling companies. So we establish buyback centers near the various communities, and then together with our waste pickers, we do house-to-house education on separation of waste at source. Then we implement a very good collection from household strategy. So there is shifting of mindset because of the education we've provided. But then there's also availability of these waste pickers to pick the waste. It is a resource for them, because at our material recovery facility, where we send all the waste to, when you get there, it's like a normal market where you have people who are composting several tons of food waste into compost to support. And so farmers come there to buy in order to grow crops and do urban gardening. And then on the other side, you have those who are recycling electronic waste, metals, and what have you. And then, of course, you have the plastics, PET, high density plastics, and what have you, all happening in a material recovery facility, which is manned and really managed by the informal waste pickers and all the partnerships that we've been developed. And of course, we need government to sign MOUs in each of the plants that the government signed MOU to actually demonstrate that there's political willingness and that they recognize the solution as one that will help them to manage the waste that they are having.
It sounds incredible, and it sounds like a model that can be replicated quite easily in other countries that also struggle with waste management. We've run out of time, Desmond, but I want to just ask you very quickly, what is your background and what made you turn your focus to this issue in your country?
I grew up in the northern part of Ghana, and that is like a rural place. So it's cleaner. When I moved to the city to have my tertiary education, it was along the coast, and the rubbish, like plastics and waste everywhere, didn't really sit down well with me. So I started mobilizing colleagues of mine. And at this point, I had to even change my course and study environmental science. as we mobilize to do cleanups. With this idea, we started to actually think of how do we form an organization that can help us to continue to operate even after university. And that's how the whole thing started. It's as a matter of survival. It was as a matter of really being not happy with what you see around and trying to implement something that can cause the change that you're looking forward to.
Well, incredible work, and we wish you all the best at the Earthshot Prize 2024 taking place in Cape Town next week. Desmond Alugnoa is joining us from Accra, but he'll be in Cape Town next week, hopefully receiving the Earthshot Prize 2024.